Bass down, baby.
Oh, keep the bass up.
I thought the rammer was coming through, man.
Man, we gotta update the Legal Aliens beat.
That sounded like you loosened up the trunk.
All right, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Hey, man, thank you so much for tuning in. We are live right now at the People of Comedy studio. Shout out to James. Shout out to People of Comedy.
Whoa.
That's a dope beat. You feel like freestyling this shit, right? We just.
That's all I know.
No, yeah, yo, check it out.
Check it out. My name's Abi.
I'm a little too baked to rap.
Huh?
I'm a little too baked to rap right now.
I can't.
Man.
You know why? I can't stay on beat. Yeah. Like I'm a 1 in 3 month.
Now you know what it is, bro?
I'm not a 2-4.
You know what? We just can't rap. That's what it is.
I just don't know what a beat is. Like I write. You know, like even when I rap, like along with songs, like if I dance or whatever, it's like I dance to the words. I don't dance to the beat.
No, so you can't dance or rap.
No.
All right.
Nah.
Shit, I feel like rapping right now, but I can't rap, man. So cut that beat, baby. That's a dope beat right there. Shout out to Chris Crack and his producer, Cutter. What up? Thank you for producing that beat for me. Appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever's out there on Facebook Live and YouTube on the People of Comedy Network, thank you so much for tuning in. Before I usually go on these little rants before I start the episode.
I kind of want to hear what this rant is, though.
I don't have one. I don't have a rant today, bro.
Okay.
No rant. Hey, can you lower my headphones down a little bit?
Just turn
it's loud enough. There you go.
Better?
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
Maybe I'm deaf. I like my shit loud.
No, this shit was loud
Me too.
as shit. But anyway, check it out. I just want to shout out to my sponsors right quick, man. Shout out to Past the Mild Sauce. Go to pastthemildsauce.com. Pick up some Chicago apparel. Every purchase you make, portions of that will go to help out programs in Chicago, to help the youth in Chicago, South Side, West Side, North Side, wherever they need funding and some help. So pastthemildsauce.com. Check out Mikey O Comedy Productions, man. It's the hottest comedy shows in Chicago, Latino produced, and very diverse. We bring in black comics, white comics, and because remember the rumors used to go around
that you can only work Mike Yo shows if you're Latino.
If you're Latino, bro. There was a motherfucker walking around talking about that. That's his uncle. That's Joey's uncle. That's why he gets on all the shows, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, you can only do Latino shows if you do Mike Yo shows.
Yeah. Shit, I remember one time Mikey got an email from somebody talking about, if I learn Spanish and get a tan, can I get a booking? So yeah, he was banned from all of Mikey O shows. This way back in the day, man, 2005.
That's hilarious.
Pre fucking pandemic era, bro. 2005 sounds so fucking long ago, yo.
It does.
I started comedy in 2005.
I started 2010. I'm trying to think.
You know what?
What was in 2005?
Tell you what, bro. White Sox championship, baby, World Series. Hey, check it out.
Okay. Right, yeah.
Never forget, man. Never forget. Like 9/11, baby. Never forget.
I know where I was when they won.
Look, real quick.
Sad.
Since I want to just get into it, man, because we're gonna bullshit. We're gonna have fun, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I usually talk a little bit before I intro my guest. All right, because like I said, this podcast is about people that have been doing shit and coming up, especially during the fucking pandemic where we couldn't do anything. So you had to be in the house. Like, how can I stay creative, relevant, wherever the fuck? All right, so I'm gonna introduce my guest right now. My homie, my fucking former co-host from the Legal Aliens podcast, Chicago comedian. Say what's up to the homie Abi Sanchez. What's up, dog?
What up, people? How y'all doing?
I mean, everybody already knew you was gonna be
Thanks
on it.
I know. It's no surprise. Thanks for having me on.
But you know how people tag motherfuckers though? Like, hey, tune in. These dudes are funny, bro. They're probably sitting like, who the fuck are these guys? Right. So, I'm Joey Villagomez, comedian. This is my homie Abi comedian.
Sanchez.
Right. So yeah, man. Thanks for doing the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
You came in with upgrades and shit. We got new chairs.
I know. Got new microphones.
Legal Aliens was fun though.
It was, but
we had the rusty folding chairs and shit.
Dude, ass hurt after episode.
Yeah, I had to get a tetanus shot after one of them fucking episodes.
It's like every episode was max 45 minutes because we was just like shifting around like
motherfucker back hurt. Then I had to hop in that raggedy ass. Remember that fucking green
the Malibu?
The Malibu, 1998 Malibu.
Shit.
The hoopty. That thing used to turn off while you're driving, yo. Dude, Kyle Scanlon, 2 other comedians. Kyle Scanlon and Mike Robinson, I think, were with me. We were riding from Comedy Bar up to the Laugh Factory.
Turned off?
Well, here's what happened. The motherfucker, I didn't tell them it turned off. I just let it coast for a minute. I knew it turned off. So I just like started to park and shit, and I'm like, "Yo, guys, this thing turned off," and I parked.
The power steering just fucking, you just struggling on a fucking.
You had Carly Kane was in one of the rides with. I gave Pat Chase and Carly Kane rode with me once, and I'm like, I gotta bang on the dashboard if it turns off.
As soon as I seen that,
turn that motherfucker on.
I'd be like, man, I already called the Uber. I'm all right.
Turn on the right. Abi, you want to ride to the crib? Like, nah, I got an Uber on the way.
I'd rather take the red line.
That'd be fucked up if your Uber rider shows up in a 98 Malibu.
Bro, I got into a...
It looks nice, but he's like, it turns off, bro. So, you know, it might turn off right now. Same shit.
In L.A., I got into a fucking Uber, and I was like, they allowed this? Like, it was...
Bro, them L.A.
like,
Ubers are terrible, yo.
Yeah, because they just... I don't think they have any... like
regulations and shit
as
like
far
that,
as like how old the car could be. I was just like, man, they allowed this? Is like a fucking
but L.A., California has... The fucked
fuck?
up thing is California got some of the strictest emissions laws.
Right.
Like if you own a used car, it's hard to pass them emission tests in Cali.
Yeah, because they trying to get rid of
Gas. Smog and shit, man. But you let a motherfucker pick you up in a raggedy ass Uber.
You ever take? They did pick me up from the south side of Chicago too. It was fucking funny.
He was from Chicago?
Yeah, that's what I see. He's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm heading back to Chicago. He's like, oh, you from Chicago? He's like, where you from? Like, north side. He's like, I ain't never heard nobody say north side before.
Damn, for real?
And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
what was he from? He's probably from the suburbs.
He's from the south side.
All right.
That's what he said.
He probably. I'm surprised he didn't put like, what you is, dog?
Nah, he was old as fuck.
What you be about, eh?
He was old as fuck.
He might have been out there on the run and shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm out here doing Uber, bro. Fuck, got a fucking warrant out there in county.
Dude, if you're doing Uber on the run, just dumb because your picture pops up in every single person's phone.
Straight up, right?
Like, you the worst fugitive ever.
The motherfucker you robbed needs a ride and shit. Like, I know this motherfucker right here, yo. All right.
I ain't gonna accept that shit.
But what's crazy about them LA Ubers is like, I did a couple Uber pools and I had to stop, bro, because like Hollywood, like shout out to Ramon Rivas, man. He let me stay in his apartment, man. Cleveland comedian, follow his ass, funny as fuck, Ramon Rivas. He let me stay in his apartment in Hollywood. Hollywood is raggedy as fuck. It's dirty, just drug
like
addicts.
downtown LA too.
Dude, one of the nights I was in there, somebody was trying to break in, yo. You could hear the window rattling a little bit. I told him about it. One of the neighbors came down to tell me the next morning, like, did you hear that? Be careful. I'm like, that's what it was, yo. I'm from Chicago. I got to hear gunshots or some shit for me to be like.
That city stinks too. That's why they legalized weed to cover the smell of piss.
Yeah,
like you just gotta fucking fill the air with weed.
You know what?
It never rains, so the piss just stays there. It's fucking gross.
They just don't pick shit up. Like, you know how on the side of the highways here, when the paper starts to accumulate, the city sends motherfuckers out,
right?
Or the Illinois State, whatever.
LA
don't give a fuck. You see paper, you pick up a newspaper from 1986 stuck on that goddamn fence.
Tense people living on the highway now.
But what's crazy is that I would take Uber pools, man, and you picking up 3 of the weirdest. You're picking up some different fucking people.
I
picking up a singer, a gay model,
bro,
and an actor. You got all these motherfuckers in the car. It was weird, man.
I did it once in New York, and it was just me at first from the airport, and then they picked up these 2 Japanese people, like straight up young Japanese people. And I don't know if they thought I was gonna get out and then sit in front next to the dude, but I was like, nah, I'm good, I'm here.
So they squeezed in the back. No.
One sat, like, the woman sat in the front, and the dude sat next to me. He had this big ass guitar, and it didn't fit in the car. He's a little uncomfortable. And then as we're driving, some New York shit happens, and the dude, like, I don't know if he tried to fucking go around this guy in a Jeep, and the guy in the Jeep just got pissed off. So he came up and just cut the dude off. And it was a jacked up Jeep. So his tire was at this dude's window. And he kind of bumped him and shit like that. And they started to get out. And the dude's like threatening him. And I'm in the back seat like 9-1. Like,
motherfucker, you should have been in the back seat with Facebook.
I was trying. But
Instagram Live, yo.
I was cracking. I was like, this motherfucker about to get assaulted. And then the dude goes and runs back. He's like, I'm going to get your license plate. And he's like, dude's like, you want my fucking license plate? He starts grabbing him and shit. And then like the 2 Japanese people are like, oh my God, what's happening?
Welcome to America, motherfuckers.
I was in the back dying laughing. Because he played Suavemente on me. So I was like, man, fuck this dude. Like, he deserves to get his ass whooped.
The driver played Suavemente?
Yeah, like, he was on in the car. It was like some Indian dude. And then I was
and
like...
then what?
And then he got mad. He's like, this isn't even my car. Like, we pulled... Like, I guess the Uber drivers all pitch in on a car.
You can buy a car from Uber, I think. They pay your car off.
Right, but these dudes, I think 3 of them did that. So they all kind of had this one. They just took shifts with the same car.
Damn, that's some straight up Mexicano shit right there.
Dude, that car probably never turned off. It was probably just like, they just relayed that shit. And the dude's like, well, he took my number. He's like, you mind if I call you if I got to do a police report? I'm like, bro, I'm going to Chicago in 2 days. I don't give a fuck.
Like, I ain't got nothing. I want to get subpoenaed, none of that shit. Fuck that. Like, here's the thing, too, about Ubers, bro, is like, you see the shit on TV when people like fucking snap, like an Uber driver snaps or somebody in the back swings on the Uber driver. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta be
when in LA, dude, like I would take Ubers late and far, man, like from the Comedy Store, like from Hollywood all the way up to Eagle Rock. I'm talking about 45-minute ride, bro.
Yeah.
And there was a couple times I did a pool like a dumbass, man.
That shit took you 3
days.
And
then, I'm just in the back of the car, like we got stuck in the highways in LA. They'll shut them down. So I don't know, something will happen. They just fucking shut them down. Traffic stops and they make everybody get off. And that happened to us once. So I'm just in the car like, man, I'm tired. This dude right here is fucking, you could tell he's grumpy as shit. You know, like you could see why somebody would just
Right.
snap the fuck off. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't want no strangers in my car. I
Nah.
can't do no Uber.
I'd
man.
rather just.
I'm not picking up no strange.
I like taking
motherfucker, yo.
cabs because cabs have the windshield and they don't fucking talk to you.
Wait, the thing about it, you ever try to pay with a credit card though, and the motherfuckers get mad?
On a cab?
Yeah, they used to get mad when they first put them. Credit
Oh
card
yeah,
machines
because
in there.
they probably turned out
Yeah.
that meter halfway through and took the rest of that cash themselves.
Well, here's bro, funny story about cabs, man. Because I worked. Remember when I worked for the city? Did
Yeah.
you know me when? No, not really.
No, I might have.
2010.
I don't know.
No, this is way before that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell the story. I don't work for them no more. Yo, we used to have these cab coupons, bro, and all the managers and shit would use them to take cabs to meetings. There were cash value cab coupons, and somebody in the office used to hook us up, like throw a book at us and shit.
Uh-huh.
Dude, we bar hopped every motherfucking night. Cabs throwing cab coupons at these dudes, and they'd get fucking mad. Like
You didn't
that'll
tip them
be-
though in cash?
we give them 2-3 extra. No, hell, here's
You
an
give
extra
it-
cab coupon.
Man, for
The cash
somebody-
value, he could trade them. What we found out was they would trade them for other cab drivers, because like the old school cab drivers, they
Yeah,
didn't mind.
they were like food stands. Like,
Other
look, man,
motherfuckers
this
want
is-
it quick. They
yeah.
want, but you know how by the time the office fucking reimburses you for your cash, that
Right.
takes forever and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So yeah, we used to be drunk, dog. Take a $10, $12 cab ride somewhere. Right?
Shit.
How much is it? Rip the little cab coupon. Be like, man, you don't got cash. We're like, cab coupon, baby. City of Chicago. Peace.
You ain't got cash.
Taking the motherfuckers back to the hood. Cab coupons, yo.
That's that's real.
I've taken the kids to Millennium Park.
How
Like, hop in the
how
cab,
many
puppy.
coupons
don't
you
got
get?
one book was $100.
Oh, okay.
And depending on how many hands how many books you can get in your hand.
Shit. You just
You
ride
know,
it for
and
free.
then not only that, but the managers too, bro. You know, be like, "Hey, Joey, go pick something up at the DePaul Center. Here's a cab book," and they wouldn't log none. They forget about the motherfucker. Be like, "All right, I still got $60."
Now I know why Rom shut that department down.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
costing them
No, this
$8 million a year in cab rides.
No, this was the daily administration.
Oh.
man. Rahm Emanuel laid me the fuck off. You probably found out about that shit.
Yeah, he was like, these motherfuckers. We
know
have
what?
an $8 million budget in cash coupons. What
As
the
a matter of
fuck?
fact, by the time we got to Rahm Emanuel's shit, all that shit was cut off already. They ended up doing the whole yellow cab credit card.
Oh,
Where you had to go ask for it, sign it
Right.
out. So yeah, you couldn't do that shit no more, man. Because everybody was scammed. Like you could be a manager, bro. Call me up. Be like, hey Joey, I need 3 cab coupon books. And be like, all right, cool. And then, hey, here's Mike. Here's your 3.
Bro,
I
the
don't know what
first-
the fuck he was gonna use them for.
first thing anybody does at a job is figure out a way to get away with shit at
Yep.
that job. And it's like, all right, well, can I steal this equipment?
The-
like, what are the? How do I get away? Like,
When you see some shit you need at home,
right?
like,
Like, man.
damn,
So they
alright.
just throwing these laptops away, and I could just install all the late shit and then take it home. Like, all right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Bro.
take this computer home with me. Like,
Dog, government people are crooked as fuck, yo. Our first deputy, her name was I forgot. I'm not gonna say her last name, but her name was Joan. She was like an older black woman. Would have you doing shit for her. Abby, I need this taken down to I need this chair. This bitch would have me take stolen shit to the dock.
so you're on camera.
I need
with
this
it.
stereo taken down to the dock. And then like her husband would come pick it up like, that shit got a City of Chicago label on that motherfucker. All right, you the first deputy, fuck it. Take
Right,
it,
I'm
steal
telling
it.
you, they. all
Leather,
this-
one of these big ass leather chairs and shit.
Bro, if they were gonna throw out a computer, I'm like, bro, still has at least 2 years of life on it. Like, I could just install all the software that you have.
Straight
here.
up, right?
Now
You
I
could
had
build your own
I
shit.
had Windows Enterprise like on my on my laptop. Like it was strictly for business. It only had Outlook and shit on it.
And then you had another one for porn and shit with the fucking.
Nah, that was the other thing I did is I had access to the servers. I just gave my account access to the
Oh,
complete
shit.
internet. I didn't do shit for like the first 2 years. of
And
that
you
job.
did IT, right?
Yeah, that's how that's what I'm saying. Like I figured out a way to. You got to figure out a way to scam the job that you're working. Like.
I can't tell my IT stories because my homie still works there. So, my homie with the IT connects.
That's fun. Yeah, I would just.
Dude, you motherfuckers don't understand in this day and age how important it is to have an IT dude, bro. I mean, you need a motherfucker that
Yeah,
when
people
your
used to
shit
use me.
freezes.
People use that as me, and I'm like, look, man, I've been at the game for 5 years. This just passed me by. Like I have
Oh
no
yeah, because
idea. Like,
my boy Lionel, man, he's an expert, bro. That motherfucker's got me out of jams, bro.
But
He's
I would-
revived my shit.
I would just tell them, like, here's my secret. While I keep them on the phone, I just Google the fucking problem. Like, it's not like I knew it.
You call another help center and shit.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Like, people are like, there's something like, how's your day going? I'm Googling how to change a password. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, Abby's ass is like, hold on, let me troubleshoot. You hang up and you call somebody else. Yeah, I need the. How the fuck do
I
you?
just put them on hold. Like, I got to escalate this. Motherfuckers get like, you escalated this?
Hey, so did you sit at the desk with a fucking headset and all that? You had to do that. Those are-
The last job, the one that I quit to start doing comedy, yeah, that one I
That
had a
shit's-
head. That's why, like, I would be on the phones for certain hours of the day. So it would be like I had to work the phones from 10 to 12, and then I go lunch, and then I'd be back on the phone for like 3 to 5.
All right.
But in those times that I wasn't on the phone, I wasn't doing shit. Like my boss would call me. He's like, "Hey, Abi, what's going on?" I'm like, "No, what's up?" And he was just like, "Yeah, we're looking at the number of tickets you closed, and it's like you only have like 7 for the week." I was like, "Damn, I had a lie." He's like, "Yeah, the average is 110."
Oh, damn.
And I was like, "Yeah, all right, I'll get those up." Like, I get because
you thought your ass was kicking ass. Like, hell yeah, employee of the month. What?
Hell yeah, dude. That's why when I gave him my 2 weeks, the response was just K. Like, I was like, all right, these motherfuckers don't want me.
I got fired from that call center job. I had to hire people, so each screen took a while. It took like 30, 40 minutes. So they wanted us to do at least 4 or 5 screens a day, yo. I was doing 2, man. That's lucky, because these motherfuckers wouldn't answer. I would call, bro. I'd be in there just calling numbers, dog.
And I hate talking on the phone, so that job was terrible for me.
Yeah, that shit was I lasted 2 months, man.
But then when I went to they transferred me over to Schaumburg, and in Schaumburg, I was like the dude there, like in a desk, so I can help the people that like were in the office and shit. So that was good because it was like I just go to your desk and I can help you out.
You interact with people,
right? And then on the phone,
you can meet girls like that too. You'd be like, "I got this, girl. What you need?"
Right.
My shit's just frozen, Abi.
But then I would get a call from like motherfuckers in like some Arkansas or some shit. Like they say computer, and I'm like, "Come on, man. How am I gonna tell this person?"
I spilled my moonshine on my computer.
No, I'm not saying they were, but like, I'm like, how am I supposed to tell you? Like, they're in a noisy ass factory, and I got to go like, all right, well, go behind it. You see the blinking light looks like a phone jack?
Hell yeah,
pull that out, plug it back in, and then I'm like, I can't do the motherfucker said computer. Like, I'm like, where's their O and a U? I don't know.
Motherfucker, we had people that working at People Scout that would talk like that. Had to interview people. There's some hood motherfuckers that worked at People Scout. You ever heard of that spot?
Which one?
People Scout. It's around the corner from Joe's.
Is that like, what was that one pyramid scheme
they will hire your ass on the spot.
Prison? Was it prison or there was one that was like a boiler room type shit, and they were hiring everybody. It was like, where's this office? It's an old storefront, and there's fucking 50 tables in there.
Oh no, this is a legit building. They got 4 or 5 floors, bro. I never heard of them. They got companies in there, man.
What is this thing?
It's terrible.
Oh, it's probably just a.
They're a outsourced human resource. They hire for like Delta Airlines.
Yeah.
I was doing Cisco Foods, bro. But check this out. You see how they fired you, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I quit. Hold up. They didn't get fired.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I thought you got fired. My thing is...
I was gonna, but I quit first.
Bro, you felt like a fucking robot in this place. You show up, a bunch of employees walking in like a fucking... like robots.
Yeah.
You're all waiting to swipe in, then you're waiting at the time machine, all of us. Then you go to your fucking desk, get ready, fucking pull out your little scripts and shit, log in, you sit there. Nobody talks to each other, bro. It's like a fucking robot,
Now, me, I would always be late, but I had the access to log in to my time clock from like while I was driving. So I just logged in when I was like 15 minutes late. So they thought I was there. I turned on the phone and everything, and they're like, "Oh, I'll be checking."
I did that shit too all the time.
Once they gave me home access, I was like,
"It's over."
See, I couldn't do that shit. But dude, these motherfuckers gave me a drug test at the interview, and I smoked like on my way there.
I think probably let weed in.
Dude, it was a cocaine, bro, because this motherfucker had the rubber swab. He put it back in the tube and he waited, and I'm just sitting there like, "Send me home, dog, 'cause I smoked." He's like, "Oh, you're good," and I was like, "All right."
Oh, they were checking for cocaine.
Hey, shout out to my homie Louis Wynn, man. He got me that job. He was like, "Just go. They're gonna hire you. Just go." I'm like, "All right." So they hired.
Oh shit!
But check it out. They did fire me. I do a whole bit on this. I'm not trying to do a bit, but this really did happen. I called in sick so much, bro, during a 2-week period. Like both weeks, I just took off 2 days. I was like, I ain't gonna make it, whatever. I would just email these fucking people. You never saw your supervisors. They were in a whole different role or whatever the fuck.
That's the thing. I never saw my boss. He was in Kansas. It was all I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Everything was through instant messenger.
Yeah.
So I show up after calling off sick. I get an instant messenger from the Mexican dude who I've never fucking met. And I'm all like, "Oh, what's up, dog?" He's like, "Pack your shit and come up to my office." And I grab my jacket and he's like, "Dude." He's like, I'll try to save your job, bro, but you only showed up 63% of the time, bro, in your last time period. He's like, anything under 70, you're fired, dude. And I'm like, so there's nothing you could do, bro? He's like, nah, man, I'm sorry, Joe. Here's your last check. And I'm like, follow me on Instagram, dog. I have to comment and shit. Well, I got a show at Joe's next week. Some people came to my gigs, though.
So once I sent the email saying I'm going to get my 2 weeks, I sent to my supervisor and then his boss. So I sent to both. And then my supervisor just emailed back K. And I was like, all right.
And that motherfucker didn't even put the O. He just like K.
Like, K period. And then the other dude called me.
He should have just not replied. Like,
Well,
fuck you.
I'm joking about the cake.
Oh.
He was like, "Okay, thanks for letting us know." It wasn't.
I was about to say,
It
like,
wasn't like, "What can we do to keep you?" None of that shit.
He should have left you on scene, motherfucker.
Right,
And just ghosted you.
It was just that. But then the other dude called me. He's like, "What are you planning to do?" And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna pursue comedy full time." He's like, "Okay, good." He's like, "That's what I'd rather you say that than say you're going to another company." He's like, "Because I saw your clips, blah blah blah." And I was like, "All right."
See,
cool,
that's
cool.
the thing. Motherfuckers end
Yeah.
up supporting you, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, I legit was a terrible fucking employee. Like, I hated that job. I hated.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's not even that you were a terrible employee. You just already know what the fuck you want to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
I mean, right?
I'm pretty sure I would have been bad if I didn't.
Well, yeah, because you got to have that one job that you really care about. Because
That was the job I had before when I worked as.
Because with that city job that I had, I was there for like 12, 13 years, right? And when I got hired in 01, I was young still, acting stupid, but I was a good employee. I was a dope employee. I was knock shit out. They used to look at me like, where the fuck did you find this mail guy, dude? Like, bro, I used to, because I got a good memory. I used to memorize people's names, mailbox.
Motherfuckers thought I was a mute. Like,
Motherfucker.
they just like, man, this dude never talks. This big dude just walking through the hallway and never talks.
No, I was out with the mail cart, bro. I was like,
I had a cart too. I was delivering fucking.
shit.
We used to get printouts overnight, so I had to deliver them to all the people in the mornings. Like
You-
that was the first things I had.
yeah,
Like,
that's dope. I used to do that shit
dude,
too.
I'm like, man, we got to invest in this
You-
shit.
you-
I need a cart. I need a table. I need this. Blah,
Bro,
blah, blah.
I had to go through the motherfucking U-line fucking
Oh, the catalog?
little metal cart. Dude, them mail carts are expensive as shit.
Yeah.
$200-$300 for a little raggedy ass wire cart. But you ever see that movie?
Nah, my shit had the panels.
You remember that movie, Secret of My Success? With Michael J. Fox?
I might have seen it back in the day.
You ever see
but-
that? Pull that shit up real quick. No lie, bro. This is one of my favorite movies. I felt like Michael J. Fox in that movie. Because this motherfucker
You
works
start
for
out
like
in the mailroom.
yeah, and then he like scams his way into the finance office. And he ends up becoming one of the top dogs. This is like a classic fucking movie, man.
Dude, that's classic lettering right there.
Yeah. He's like from Kansas and he gets a job in New York, and his uncle hires him, but his uncle's wife wants to bang him. And then he falls in love with the chick that works at the office. See, that's his uncle, and he's just a crooked motherfucker.
See, I had the cart like
yeah,
I didn't have the wires.
I didn't like that
the
one.
panel.
I left that bitch in the basement. That plastic one was raggedy.
But
So he would switch. He would change from mail guy clothes to fucking executive clothes, and he had a different name. He took a dude's name off some mail who's never in his office.
bro, low key, I watched all the Back to the Future movies in a row one day.
They're dope as
And
shit.
if Michael J. Fox ever just ran straight, he'd probably be the fastest white guy in the world.
He runs his ass off.
Bro, he like does that, and then he fucking finally takes off and like, but he's always zigzagging. I'm like, bro, if you run straight, you're like Usain Bolt for white dudes. It's
Dude,
fucking crazy.
They've
how fast
chased
he
him in
was.
cars, skateboards, bikes.
Yeah.
They chase him in everything in that fucking movie, bro.
And he got away. He's fast as hell.
He had that life preserver on, bro. Shit, you know.
And he just fucking dip out.
Hey, Michael J. Fox still one of my favorite actors though. Like I love all his movies because I kind of grew up like.
I mean,
you know,
other
like-
than Back to the Future, I can't think of any other movies I've seen him in.
Well,
that, like,
Spin City was alright, but
never
he had
watched that.
he had that one. Secret of My Success is dope. There's another movie where he's in called Big City Bright Lights, I think. Kind of like the same
Yeah, see, I
storyline.
don't really watch-
and it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible. It's basically him moving to New York with a big corporate job, and it sucks.
Yeah, I never,
But that one, there's another movie where
Teen
like,
Wolf was the shit though.
Teen Wolf's fucking dope.
He could hoop. That's how you know he would.
And that's the thing. He's like shorter than me. And shit. The motherfucker could ball his ass off.
But then when the wolf was out, that motherfucker was
dunking.
6'8". The suit didn't even fit him and shit.
Yup. He didn't even like rip. You know how Michael Jackson turns into a wolf
Right,
in
this dude
Thriller?
Now
He just grew hair and shit. That was it.
Now he's hooping and shit.
He just got hairy as fuck. Same, you know. But yeah, if he would have turned into a werewolf, like the whole mouth and everything.
He looked like one of those. Remember the wolf kids from like they always bring them out from Mexico. Like
got the hairy backs in it.
Sally Jesse Raphael had them bitches. Like it was like
Yo,
they
ass
had-
brought up Sally Jesse Raphael.
Cause she would always have like those little wolf kids from Mexico, and they had all the hair on their face. They're just all
and they're
fun.
crying and shit.
Yeah, like oh, we get.
And you don't see the tears because it's all caught up in their hair.
bro. I remember like because I was watching.
Look at Sally Jesse Raphael, dog. Hairy kids.
Nah,
I like the way you fucking Google search shit.
it had to be fucking. But I was watching Maury today, and then I was just like, man, they used to have fucking Tourette's kids on here all the
Bro.
time. It'd always be like little kids like, fuck you, man, I can't control this. And like,
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, what happened to the Tourette's kids? Nobody gives a fuck about
And
them no
then,
more.
Tourette's is a wild. Like,
Tourette's was huge in back in like 05 or some shit like that. You'd be wilding out like, hey, these motherfuckers.
this motherfucker
Tourette's
swears, yo.
guy.
Huh?
Tourette's guy. The meme.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys remember Tourette's?
It was like tit dirt. It's tit dirt.
Dude, Tourette's was one of those like as a kid. I wanted to meet a motherfucker with Tourette's.
Right. Well, I did, and they don't swear.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
comic. He's a funny ass dude, but he's got Tourette's, and he's got a like a tick.
And you thought he was gonna be all like, "What the fuck, son of a
Yeah.
bitch?" And no, they're just.
So
they
I think
just-
once South Park did that episode, they kind of just like fuck Tourette's kids any bro. Right? They did like you don't see shit about it. I used to see Tourette's kids all the damn time, bro.
Yeah, that's one of the. You know what's crazy is it's like you ever meet a motherfucker with mumps? I'm still waiting to meet a motherfucker with mumps.
Mumps?
That was a
No.
scary disease to me as a kid, bro. You know,
I remember hearing about
you
it.
know when you're a kid and people are like, man,
Yeah.
he got mumps. You're like, dang, he's gonna die, bro.
I'm waiting for quicksand to take me out.
Like I had chicken pox. I got motherfucker got mumps. Yeah, it swells up your cheeks. But yeah, that was one of them like would scare the fuck out of me as a little kid, man.
Measles was another one.
Measles. Yeah, I never had
I
measles.
never had like motherfucker had measles. You was dirty.
That's fucked up. You meet people you're like, I can't wait to meet a motherfucker with mumps.
No, I want to see a motherfucker with measles. That's way worse than chicken
Oh
pox.
yeah, that's
Fuck.
terrible right there, dog.
Everywhere, dude.
Yeah, that shit.
And then right underneath it, COVID, right there.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
it? Is that like in the
yeah, that's the COVID virus right there, man.
measles jumping from animals to us?
Fuck
Why
that.
even be? I'm so over this COVID.
That's what's
shit.
wild, man. You ever watch that? What's the fucking War of the Worlds, bro?
Yeah, where they all got sick through the virus.
How the aliens died from a common cold.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't understand why
And the
people
other-
don't believe in this shit. A little virus can wipe us all the fuck out.
Oh yeah, it's tried. It's.
But I'm saying these people motherfuckers don't believe in that. Like,
I don't.
you don't think there could always
be?
be one virus that could just
Oh, no.
make motherfuckers sick?
Yeah, I definitely
I
believe
mean, look,
that.
COVID and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I caught it. I caught it one day in fucking Lake Geneva. I
Oh,
did
damn.
one night and I came back and I was like, yeah, I can't taste nothing no more.
Damn, it hit that quick.
Bro, so I did a show. I think I did a show Saturday. Yeah, I did the show Saturday and then Wednesday. I was like, man, why does my face feel heavy? And then
It's just fatigued and shit.
nah, it was just because I get sinus pressure, but I always get it. Like I thought it was
So them shits were just extra.
I thought it was the way the weather changed because it was fucking 70 that weekend, and then like that next couple of days, like it turned to like 40 and rainy. So I was out there smoking. I thought like fucked up my sinuses and shit. And then
COVID running all in your shit.
and then like I got up and I was like, oh, I'm sore, and like I was kind of like cold a little bit, and I was like, oh fuck, man. And then I started like eating, and I'm like, nothing tastes. Nothing, I can't taste nothing. So I did the COVID test. I mailed that bitch in, and then I got the results back, said I had COVID. But I was only sick, like where I felt like the chills and muscle aches. I never had a fever. I just had the chills and the muscle aches, and it only lasted for like maybe 3 days. And then I was over it. And then I was like, I just stayed in the house and didn't do shit. And then I was just drinking, and like I was getting drunk and all this shit. Like beer tasted like fucking like water. Like it tasted
Had no
like
flavor to it.
nothing. Only thing you do is like you get like eat food. You just okay. I know this texture. It's supposed to be steak, but I can't taste the shit.
Fuck that. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I would feel some kind of like fatigue or tired, a little headache, sniffles, I used to smell my dog. Smell a funky ass dog right here next to me. Yeah, fuck that.
Nah, I would every day. I'd wake up and I'd take a jar of apple cider vinegar and I stick it in my nose and I'd sniff it. And if I could, and then one day I got like a little hit and it
The vapors
tinged.
burned the shit.
I was like, oh shit, like it's coming back. And then finally, it started coming back fully.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Fuck all that shit.
But it was legit. I went.
So
to,
you did a comedy show in
in
Lake Geneva?
and it was dope. They had a dope ass venue. Like I would want to go back.
Did you go to the Wisconsin side, right?
Yeah.
All right, fuck
Is
that.
it?
That's why you
Yeah,
fuck
it's
that
like-
shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Them white
So-
boys in Wisconsin don't give a fuck.
we were driving and all you saw like someone had a fucking landscaped like around it Trump Pence sign
damn.
2020 like lit up. It had lights shining on it and it had like flowers and shit. I was cracking the fuck up.
Dude, some of these motherfuckers got Trump
And this-
cardboard cutouts in front of their houses,
And
man.
this was right after Biden had won had won. So
mad.
everybody was fucking pissed, bro. Like the lady that ran the club, she's like, fucking Biden. She's like, I'm getting ready to retire. My 401k was the highest it's been and now it's taking a hit, blah blah blah. I was like, I can see why that fucked you up. But that's the only thing they like Trump for is because it was making
yeah,
it,
their
it was,
finances and
their-
shit,
that's
man,
why the
their
older people
investments.
liked them because their fucking money was going up. But the younger people, they didn't give a fuck. But
Kevin Bozeman, I was supposed to do Kevin Bozeman's Thanksgiving show,
yeah,
and he told me he's like, it's like a 2-hour drive up to through Wisconsin.
Madison, yeah.
Ended up getting canceled, but I'm still gonna do shows with my fucked up leg. I'll show up, I can put some pressure on it.
Right.
I'll fucking like a paraplegic motherfucker. I'm gonna get on stage, bro.
Because I also do shows even with COVID. Like I don't
But
give
I'll-
a fuck. I'm dedicated.
No, I'll do a one-legged show, man. But I was worried about that COVID because here's the thing about the where I live, I feel. I mean, it hit the hoods. It hit the black neighborhoods and it hit the
Right.
Mexican neighborhoods, and we're cautious as fuck. You know what I mean? Like my mom masks up everywhere. I'm not really around people, so I'm just sitting there. Months through this bitch without COVID. I'm gonna go do one show in Trump fucking country.
Madison
Like
is
I'm
not
gonna
though.
come up. Yeah, but just driving through that bitch, I might get it. Just I don't just fucking. I mean, lower the window, let the weed smoke out. Man, I drive past homie's house with the Trump pen shit, and I got it now, man. I was just like thinking it was just fucking with me, like, you know, it ain't.
no.
And then Kevin finally hit us up, like, you know, it got canceled. I was kind of like, thank you, because I was kind of a little iffy about that shit, man.
Nah, when I
Fuck
went out
that.
to
My
LA,
dad had that shit, and he got sick.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you know somebody that got sick, it still scared you more. Like when I got it, I didn't feel like it was like, all right, like I got it, wasn't that bad.
Like, my dad
and I
never-
didn't pass it to anybody. Like because anybody I had contact with, I was like, hey, I
you let them know right away?
I had this shit. Like I tested positive for COVID. Check yourself out. And then Jose ended up having it too, but I don't know. Like, cause his was way worse. He had his shit for like 2 weeks. Like he was feeling fucked up. Like,
damn.
and
Yeah,
I-
my
mine
dad
was,
got
like,
sick
3
for 2
days.
weeks.
Yeah. So, but we had a guest in here and he didn't get it. I was like, all right, like Amber didn't get the shit. It was weird. It was like, you don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
And
to
so I doubt my kids are watching this shit or my family. But if anybody's watching, we're all COVID free. We haven't been
Right.
around anybody.
do. No,
Oh, we clean the shit out of this room.
and I
James sanitized the shit
I
out of this
ordered
motherfucker.
I ordered like fucking 5 of them on the at home self test. Every time I feel like I'm
You're gonna
like,
test yourself at the
bro,
crib
I
and shit?
swab that shit, and that's how I got. Like I swab it and send it in. Like, all right, and then
Fuck
they
that.
send me emails like, oh, nothing detected. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. Yeah, see,
Kiss my
this shit,
ass.
I got like
Oh, you
5
got
of
the
these.
home kits?
I got like 5 of these bitches at the house.
How much do they cost? I'm gonna order
Free.
a couple.
Yeah, they're free.
Oh shit!
You just tell them you don't have insurance. Like, all right, they'll send it to you. I'm like, granted, they got your DNA now, but I don't
Yeah,
give
true.
a fuck. What are they gonna do?
Man,
with
you
it?
fucked up, bro. You
What
in
am
the
I-
database, bro. Pizzagate,
Okay.
Pizzagate,
What
bro.
am I gonna do?
You in the 5G database, man.
Yeah, what happened to 5G? That shit ain't
Bro,
killing
all
nobody
that
no
shit,
more.
all that shit's gone, man. I've been had 5G. T-Mobile switched over. I'm good.
Right.
Hey, look, man.
5G.
That-
5G was killing
I'm sorry, man. That whole fucking like, look, I there's some conspiracies I kind of believe in. All right, you know what I mean? Because there's some you're like, all right, that kind of makes sense or whatever the fuck. But that whole like, when you know how when Facebook does those challenges, like those face challenges,
Yeah.
and motherfuckers are like, you're giving them facial recognition.
I just
Bitch.
believe you are something.
But bro,
like,
you gotta, motherfucker
they
already got
have
it.
it.
They got it.
because your profile picture's already
As
there.
soon as you put up a profile, I feel like as soon as you created a email, as soon as you create a fucking email
Yeah.
with Gmail or Yahoo, whatever information you put in, whether you're fucking lying or not, it's put in there. And then you got a Facebook and you got a Twitter and an Instagram. It's matched, bro. They matched
Yeah.
your ass up already, dog.
Right.
So that whole like, because I'm gonna do a selfie because I want to see how I look old. Like that's how they gonna get me? Get the fuck out of here.
But now they know what
You
to
know
look
what I mean?
like. Like they can do an age progression. Like, okay, this
Motherfucker.
guy he's committed. He's what he looked like back in the
Because I
day.
remember people were like, "Yeah, Russia is collecting your face." I'm like, I
Trump
want
already
fans.
gave that to him.
Yeah, and none of that. Look, man, to me, it's marketing. As a comedian, I want Russian fans. Hit me up on
I ain't gonna lie.
Instagram.
I ain't gonna lie. I get a lot of emails about like your name popped up on a Russian thing,
Right.
but they're like, oh, they watched a YouTube clip. Oh, thank you.
What
Like,
if you ever go to Russia, motherfucker? You go at 6 people that saw you on Instagram, dog.
I'll do a
Fuck
room,
that.
Russian
They
room
were
for
like,
6 people.
oh, the Chinese are gonna have your information. Fuck it, hit me up on Instagram. Yo, what's up, China 2021 tour? Fuck
I don't
that.
know if I want to go to China.
I'll go to China, dog. I want to go to. Man, motherfucker, you could go to Wisconsin and catch that shit. Might
No,
as
I'm
well
not
go
talking
to
about.
China.
I'm talking about going to China. Just as
Oh, I thought
far
you
as,
meant
like,
'cause of
just
COVID.
the fucking government. Like, I'll fuck up, say the wrong thing, and never come back from China.
Man, all you gotta say is like, I'm Puerto Rican, man. I'm Mexican. Shit. I ain't no fucking American. That's what I would say. Like if I start speaking Spanish, ¿Cómo que qué?
Like, sir,
Fuck
your
that.
return ticket says Chicago.
We're like, I got family in Chicago, man. Like,
Nah, they
Look, man.
make a motherfucker disappear in China, bro. The dude that owned what's his name, Alibaba.
Yeah.
yeah,
He said
true.
some shit
Because
about the
there's so many-
government, and he's been missing for 2 months. Like 4 other billionaires just.
But my thing is, I'm gonna go to China and I'm not gonna go say shit about the government. I just want to go kick it.
I'm like, is this the
I'll
ass
go
I
to
gotta
China.
kiss?
I'll go to China and talk shit about the American government. I'll go to China and be like, they're fucking wilding over there, yo. You see that?
Hey man, like I appreciate your products. My whole house
Apparently
is
same,
filled with
man.
them.
4 other billionaires are like trying to stay out. It's 'cause China's picking them up, I guess.
Yeah, right. Fuck
Fuck.
that. They gotta hide. But see, that's the thing. I ain't no billionaire, dog. What the fuck they gonna kidnap and kill me for?
I'm barely up.
Because I cracked the joke on Instagram.
That's why I ain't gonna go. Fuck it. I'll go see the wall on that spot.
I'm more afraid of these fucking whacked out Trump supporters, dog. Motherfuckers. Bro, I mean, you've been to a show where like they get pissed, bro, when you talk about Trump, man. Like you're doing a joke. I do that wall joke, and I'm not even like saying die, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm just like
cracker motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm not even on that shit. And these motherfuckers, you know, at Riddles, that one dude's like, build that wall. He started chanting that shit, and they kicked him the fuck out.
I say one little thing about it, but I don't bring up.
No, I don't.
Once I see that, I'm like, I'm vastly outnumbered, and I got to rely on a dorky ass comic to back me up in a fight. I'm like, I'm not saying shit right now.
You know what though? I got to throw my little punch in, man. Fuck that. Like when I do the joke about the diabetes, I'll do the whole like, you know, diabetes kills a lot of Mexicans. That's why Donald Trump supports diabetes. So like,
but that's even like.
Yeah, but sometimes
I agree with Donald. I agree.
Yeah, but see, I've done that joke where somebody in the car will be like, "Oh, really?" And then I'll reply with like, "You should be happy. Like diabetes helping you out, motherfucker. It's getting rid of that caravan of Mexicans.
It's giving your job back that they stole from you."
Yeah, but I don't go into a whole. I mean, you've seen it at the Laugh Factory when the comedian went up there and went on a whole. I mean, his whole first 5 minutes were, "Fuck Donald Trump, fucking die, motherfucker." Fucking piece of shit, and the whole crowd was just like, all right,
okay, like,
wow, you're an extremist, motherfucker.
Where's the funny part come in? That's why, like, after the COVID, they let us out in the summer, like they gave us summer off, like so we can go back indoors and do shit. The shows, like everybody was doing jokes about COVID. I'm like, you guys, motherfuckers.
And like doing the simple shit, like I couldn't. My neighbor heard me coughing. I'm like, it's not COVID, it's the weed.
Yeah, just like all right. So then the next time they said the same thing, I was like, fuck, just do the old jokes then. Like
fuck that. I mean, I do some pandemic bits about like shit that all my bits are pretty much shit that I really did, and I just over exaggerate the shit to make it sound funny as fuck. But I was trying to stay. I was completely trying to stay away from the whole like, you know, the simple fucking. People spreading, you know, white people got COVID and fucking Trump supporters don't believe in it. Fucking people fighting over masks. I stayed away from all that shit, bro.
That's why it was hard to write jokes in 2020.
Fuck that. It was easy, bro. I think it was my best joke writing year ever, bro.
I feel like everybody had the same fucking experiences. So it was like
not really. I don't think so.
I swear, like every show I did, like every fucking comic had the exact same. Like they were just talking about the same thing. It was always getting redundant. And then online, even the people that weren't comics, their statuses were about what they were doing, shit. Like about the pandemic. So it was like, and then for me, I was just sitting at home. I was like, all right, all you doing is just watching the fucking news. There's nothing to do. Like,
but see, in what I'm talking about more of the writing thing. It wasn't like the best time where I wrote my best jokes.
Right.
This was, put it this way, bro. Out of 15 years of doing stand-up comedy, I've never written jokes where I didn't perform them at all, and then go to a show, and fucking 8 out of 10 of them hit.
Right.
This was the first time that ever happened.
Mine, I was able to fucking tweak all the jokes, but like,
and some of my new bits were fucking. I mean, some of them were not flopping, but the good ones were hitting.
Right.
I rewrote them and added some shit. Like, man,
they're
smacking now.
I ain't that kind of. I don't fucking sit there and write. Like for me, my material comes from like conversations I'm having with people, and it was like, okay. Like, and then something comes out, like, I'm gonna use that shit. So like, if I'm only talking to the same person every day and fucking 2 dogs, like it's like, all right, what the fuck are we talking about here?
I feel you, because I don't sit there and do that either. My bits come up from saying shit or something happened. You know, like the whole joke I do about shopping through the pickup, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Because I've been doing it since I hurt my leg, and I really said this shit to one of my daughters or to Carol, where like, I'm like, man, these people are starting to get to know me personally because I'm here every fucking week. So I wrote a bit from saying that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know,
I needed
that in there.
I needed that. Like, there was no new experience for me to have. That was the thing. Is like, I didn't get a chance to leave the house, legit, because from fucking March until whenever, when they legit locked things out, it was like the grocery store. So like, all right, I'm gonna write bits about going to the grocery store. Every comic had the fucking joke about the grocery store, and it was like every non-comic on Facebook had the same status.
I feel you though, because if I didn't have crutches, it would have fucked up leg. The jokes probably wouldn't have hit.
Right,
because the whole part about the crutch in that Target bit is where I get the laughs.
Right. So like you had that experience. For me, it was just like, I guess I'm home. Like,
yeah, true.
With these fucking dogs, and it was like there was no new experience. And that's what sucked. So that's like when I did that show on New Year's Eve for Zanies. I was like, hey, it was a tough year to 2020 to write jokes, so here's all my 2019 shit.
Hell yeah, I'm saying, man. Bro, here here's
it
the
worked
thing,
out
though.
because no one. I don't think anybody wants to hear about COVID no more.
But no, they don't. All my jokes that are hitting right now are all my old jokes about the family, all the shit
Right.
that we're smacking in 2019.
Yeah, because people want to forget that shit.
Put
like,
that shit on TikTok, Abi. I'm telling these motherfuckers, bro.
I don't want to fucking
got-
sit there on TikTok with.
I'm
this
talking
shit.
about just post your clips. Don't do TikToks. Post your clips, bro. I got 6,000 followers in a month.
But what does that turn into? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like,
hold up. Let me finish. Motherfucker, hold up.
Because you do a lot of 13 plus shows, bro.
No, motherfucker. Bro, all right.
I'm just fucking.
You don't think there's a Latino fan base out there?
I know
Bro,
there is, but-
these Mexican people support, bro. I posted a clip yesterday, got 13,000 views. I got like
Holy
56 fucking Instagram followers from that. And they're hitting me up, and I'm telling them where my album's at. Like, this TikTok
Okay.
works, bro.
No, I know it is
'Cause
because
a
even
lot of
Joe
these-
Kilgallen was telling me about that.
The
shit.
thing is that a lot of these users, they're not even on there creating shit. They're just on there. Like, you go to their profile, they don't give a fuck that you follow them back. They have no post. It's
Right.
like an older Mexican lady with her kid. They
Yeah.
just love watching shit on TikTok. There's so much shit on TikTok. Like, all that booty shaking shit, I don't watch none of that, motherfucker. I watch 30 minutes. I don't.
watch no booty shaking.
I don't.
Not even a little bit.
Not on TikTok.
I like the IG.
Not on
bitches.
TikTok.
I like Instagram hoes.
No, because Instagram, I mean, IG is all little suburban white
Right.
girls. I put it on motherfucking YouTube and go to BET, late night BET. Pussy popping on a handstand, motherfucker. That's what,
fucking DA the Bell Bondsman.
you ever heard that song?
You know,
Dude, look up this video. It's fucking I ain't got no panties on. You ever heard that shit?
I might have.
Go to YouTube and look at
Bro,
I ain't
but
got no panties on the
Did you
dance
ever?
floor.
Did you ever fuck with DA the Bell Bondsman?
Yeah, hell
from
yeah,
Anchorage,
dog.
Alaska. Yeah, that
Anchorage, Alaska.
he was bro, and he had Bone Thugs and Harmony in that video.
Bro.
Like they was in a strip club, and it was like two.
They got
fucking
all of that
strippers.
shit on YouTube. I still watch half of that shit. They got the fucking Your Mama's on Crack Rock.
This one right here.
Let me see, play it.
Wax
That
a
might be it.
billion.
Yeah, that's it. Look at this is a fucking tripped out song, dog.
And this was on BET Uncut.
It used to be the video. That's where I heard it back in the 90s. Watch. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on.
Holy shit, dude.
Dude, BET Uncut was the best.
This ain't the video though. There's an actual video.
Nah,
I'll
but
find it.
It's hilarious.
but right after fucking Nelly swiped that credit card, that motherfucker's like, you got to pull this shit off the air.
That's what I'm saying. Like on TikTok, I don't watch none of that, bro. You know what I watch on TikTok? I don't even watch comedy, bro. I watch the motherfucker shine and refurbish rims for like half an hour yesterday, dog. This motherfucker grinds them down and buffs some bitches. I'm just like, I'm amazed. Yeah, that's the actual video right there.
I be watching Pimp Popper
official-
videos.
Get no panties on the dance floor. Dog, I used to watch TV like, oh hell yeah, this is the shit right here.
Dude, them fucking BET Uncut videos were the shit.
I was like 16 years old bopping this shit
Said this shit was on,
on
iTunes.
the dance floor. On iTunes, man. Yeah, Wax-A-Million. I wonder what the fuck happened to Wax-A-Million, man. Anyway, that's hilarious.
That's fucking funny.
Hey, man. Speaking of what you know, new experiences, man.
Oh yeah.
I do want to talk about a little bit about what you did with HBO Latino, man.
Oh shit! Shout out to HBO Latino.
Because here's the thing,
And
man.
Nylif.
We like me and Calvin covered this shit, but we lost a lot of shit during the pandemic as comedians, musicians. We lost fucking the whole year's salary, basically, man,
Yeah.
and then some.
Shout out to the fucking relief package.
I mean, some of us lost huge opportunities.
Oh,
man.
hell yeah,
You know,
dude.
I had meetings and shit, bro.
My the way my beginning of the year was just lining up, because right before the pandemic hit, I was supposed to go on do 2 shows with the HBO Latino people here. Like one was at the Park West,
yeah, I remember
and
when
then
they had
one-
that shit booked already.
and then one was at in Milwaukee. So people kept asking me like, hey, we can't find the link for the tickets, and I was like, that's weird. I went on the site and the shit was just gone. So I messaged the dude. And this is when we thought the shit was gonna last 2 weeks. This is back in fucking.
Hell yeah, I used to be
This is
like
back
April
in-
1st is done.
This shit was like back in February. So I'm like, hey man, what's up with these things? Like, we're having to shut shows down because of this COVID thing. I was like, are you fucking serious? And then once the shit hit, like we were both like, I mean, I remember I was
This
at the
before
Laugh
the this
Factory.
before the news was showing body
Because
bags stacked the fuck up on the
This
side
was
of the street.
This was fucking. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend when Pritzker was like, "Guys, don't fucking go out." And the
We're
city
gonna
was
build
like,
a new hospital.
right. And the city was like, "Man, fuck you guys." And they all went out St. Patrick's Day, so they shut shit down that Monday.
Shit spread so. I'm so glad I didn't go out that weekend, man.
I was headlining Comedy Bar, and I was supposed to do the Sunday show, but they
Fuck
shut
that.
they canceled the Sunday show because it was downtown St. Patrick's Day, so like Pritzker got mad, so they shut it down. I was like, fuck. So then I emailed Curtis. I was like, hey, can I get on the Sunday show at the Laugh Factory? Because my shit just opened up. And then so I did that last show on I think it was the 15th or 16th. I did that last show at the Laugh Factory, and then everybody at the bar.
And them bitches were packed that week. Like,
yeah.
Those last 2 weekends at the Comedy Bar, at the Laugh Factory, were jam packed. Because
So
I remember the
Sunday show,
Instagram post.
The Sunday show wasn't as packed because I think that's when they passed out. They got word down that we're shutting shit down on Monday.
All right.
So it wasn't as packed because motherfuckers had to go to work that Monday, and then so I just remember we were at the bar just talking like, man, this shit gonna be this 2 weeks. We'll be over this shit. Ain't no. And then it should have been 2 weeks, but nobody fucking listened.
Nobody listened, dog.
So the shit just fucking.
No, you know what? Too many
going.
people did listen to Donald Trump, motherfucker.
So yeah, they didn't believe the shit. So then once I hit and we were there for fucking months, I was like, God, this.
Yeah, that shit was wild because I remember my daughter. I would take my kid to school every morning, and then it just stopped.
And then I had.
And I was the same shit. Like, she'll be back in school in 2 weeks, back in action.
And that's when that was this. Like, I was starting to hit the thing where I was like, I'm gonna do those 2 shows, HBO Latino, and then I got headlining gigs. I had everything planned up for like at least through July. In the beginning of the year, that's great to have shows, everything planned up through July. So I was like, fuck,
Dude, if you already got gigs booked through July, even if you're not a blown up comic yet, that's dope for.
Right.
You got some income coming, and you're gonna be working still.
So I was doing that shit, and then the governor shut everything down, and then
we were supposed to do that little small tour for All Things Comedy. Four of us were gonna do it, man.
That would have been fucking huge.
And all that stopped. We were supposed to kick it off in March,
and then, so after that, like once the summer opened back up, and we were able to go back and doing shows, like I was booked every weekend somewhere, like. Because even the Laugh Factory, they were booking people for the whole weekend because it was just like easier. That way, I don't have to book fucking 10 comics. You just do both shows in a night. Right. So that way, it makes sense. You just stay there. You don't go anywhere else. So
because they didn't want motherfuckers in and out.
Right. So I would alternate. I would be doing like, okay, boom, I got Laugh Factory, then I got Zanies the next weekend, and I got fucking Comedy Bar the next weekend, and then I got like a Friday, blah, blah, blah. So then it was like, but even that shit was hard because like coming back and telling jokes.
Hell yeah.
Bro. I like the first weekend I got was
those little clips of the Laugh Factory have like after they put the shields up and shit. They look awkward as fuck.
Bro, they put one up for me and the joke was funny. Like
I saw the comments and like, yo, this dude's funny, but
like
where
that
the
crowd
fuck
was
people
dry
at?
as fuck, blah blah blah. And I was crying. I didn't want to be like, whoa, it was a COVID crowd. Like because people was like, man, this dude's bombing. I was like, well, it was a COVID crowd. Like I was having a good set. But like that was
but people that know jokes, like those are well written jokes, motherfucker.
And the thing was like that joke that I was doing, thank God they put that clip up because I forgot that I was going there with that joke because I was working shit out.
See, now you got a joke for when the shit opens back up.
Right. And I was working shit out. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I forgot about that. But the first show that I did when I came back, it was Comedy Bar in Dubuque. Like, that was the first fucking weekend. But they didn't really give a fuck about Corona in Dubuque at the time. Right? 'Cause some of Iowa didn't give a shit. It was like 50% capacity. Because I remember I went out to the bars after the shows. Like we did, but they did the show in the patio. They didn't do it in the actual showroom. So they did the show in the patio. So it was an outdoor show. It was still dope though.
Oh, like in that middle section that's open. All right.
So we were doing the shows out there, and like they're like, all right, you got to do 25 minutes. So like, all right, cool. And then I was like, the fuck are my jokes? Because all I could remember was the main joke. I couldn't remember the tags. I couldn't remember like segues and shit like that. So,
and then when you do wrap the joke up, you're like, fuck, I completely forgot to spit that part.
Bro, and then that's what happened after. So when he gave me the light at 20, I was like, I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to get to 25. Because I was like, I forgot all this shit.
That's when you do the whole like, so what's up? I'm going to get to know you guys
right,
a little
I did
bit.
some crowd work, and then the dude lit me. I was like, okay, cool. That means I can get off. Like,
what's
you
up,
get the light. You get the light, you can go. So as soon as I did that, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
You should have did that shit Dion Cole talks about, fucking Sagittarius, where y'all at? Just fucking let everybody shout out the fucking.
We got anybody from Chicago and Dubuque? No, okay,
right,
okay,
cool.
all right. So, all right,
cool.
yeah.
So what y'all on?
What you drinking? Oh, you drinking? Okay, you having a fucking vodka soda?
Or do a fucking just go to table shit. Like, so you guys from here?
I think that's what a lot of people ended up fucking doing.
Dude, there was one time with Frank Townsend. We went out to Frank Townsend's cousin, another comedian from Chicago, who's going to have a podcast here too soon. So check
Sunday
him out.
at 3.
Check him out. Sunday, 3 p.m., right? 3 p.m. What's the name of the podcast again?
Let Me Be Frank.
Let Me Be Frank. I'm plugging Frank Townsend. That's my homeboy right there, man. But Frank, we went to Sierra Vista, Arizona, dog, which is like south of Tucson. His cousin owned like a little soul food restaurant or some shit. So they put on a show, and it's such a small town. They did, his cousin wanted to do 2 shows, like at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Was it set up like a
We
restaurant?
basically, no, it was outside. It was all outside,
okay,
bro, because it was
cool.
so nice. and
Okay,
hot.
cool.
The thing is that we had to do 2 shows for the same people. It's such a small town.
Oh.
There ain't gonna be no big ass turnaround, yo.
It's like doing cruise ships.
Yeah, it's like, so half of the people that were at the second show saw us. They saw me do a whole half hour. They saw Frank do a whole hour. So we basically had to like improvise with half of these motherfuckers. But we had a good time. It was fun, man.
I would have been like, hey.
You get jammed though. You freeze a little. Like
Yeah.
I was sitting there nervous before the second show. Like, all right, I gotta do the same jokes for these motherfuckers. Now I gotta say something for them in the back.
See, this is
Like
why
I was nervous as shit.
I'd be like, hey, you ever watch Anchorman? Does the script change if you watch it? Like,
Straight
it's the
up.
same movie every
Same
time.
headlines,
And you
same
still
movie.
laugh. So, fuck out of here.
You ever watch back-to-back news fucking broadcasts? You'll
Dude,
hear about the same headlines,
Legit.
the same motherfucking murders.
I know a lot of people that work at WGN. Shout out to them. But damn, they got 9 hours of news a day.
A day.
So they just regurgitating shit
Look.
every fucking thing. And then the guy's like, well, we got a story coming up at 6. And they're at 5. I'm like, just tell the story now and show me fucking.
And then they talk about the Cubs for 2 hours, goddamn.
yeah, put on fucking Friends reruns or some shit. I don't know, like, or do
See,
something. They don't.
Like growing up in Chicago, look,
I
I
get
love
mad
I
at
love
them.
my WGN homies. I love
Right,
them to
I
death,
do.
man. But that's why I never liked growing up. I used to feel that way. I'm like, every time you turn it on Channel 9, it's a fucking news, yo.
Right, and it's
Or-
the same
or at
story.
night,
At
it's
night, it's
fucking,
even worse. Because they go
It's
from.
Dawson's Creek or some shit like that.
I'd
man.
rather.
Remember the W?
Now they show Blackish, but bro, legit. Fucking, I counted the hours of news that they have because they're on from 4 o'clock in the morning till 9.
Yeah, because they do that whole morning.
So,
good morning
but that's
shit.
cool because that's a morning show. It's loose, it's whatever. Like they'll repeat the stories, fine.
But even their night news is like an hour.
But then at 11 they do an hour. At 12 they do an hour. Then you get 2 hours of Maury, and then you get fucking Daily Mail, which is the
Goddamn.
word. And then
they
at
should be like CLT. They should be just be
Hold
called
up.
CLTV, man.
4, 5, and 6 is just 3 straight hours of news. And then they come back at
Local
9.
news.
They come back at 9. Exactly. Fucking
all
local
local
news.
news.
And it's just all Corona updates. I'm like, what?
Polar plunges and shit. We got another polar plunge coming up.
I'm like, y'all can't do like an in-depth
that's why,
fucking
like,
discussion or some shit.
I grew up-
Look at that. Oh,
holy fuck. Oh, my
I
God.
told you.
WGN early morning news. WGN morning news. Jugget
Look at-
late
they got
morning news.
early evening, and then after evening.
Look,
And then
they got
the late-
early morning, late morning, early afternoon, late afternoon, early
Midday.
evening, late evening, and then
Keep
late
going
night
down.
news.
Blackish.
Blackish is fucking hilarious.
And then they probably got it overnight.
I legit started watching Blackish, like liking Blackish because I would watch the fucking
Oh, they got
6
the
o'clock
Goldbergs.
news.
I've never watched any of those sitcoms, bro.
Blackish is fucking hilarious.
After
bro.
Martin, I didn't give a fuck about no other sitcom, dog.
But anyway,
Like it's-
what were we talking? Oh, we're talking about HBO Latino.
Oh yeah. So yeah. All right, so check it out. We just started
I know. Fuck,
like
fuck
the
WGN.
like the
No.
Legal Aliens episodes, man. Just rambling about random shit. That was fun though, man. But back to what happened to you.
Right.
All right, so everything shut the fuck down. We were all hurt.
I mean,
all
we had that summer run. We had June to October, and then so like that was fun doing shows because like what sucked is the last show I did was the one where I felt like I was getting right back into everything. Like,
Well, I did the
energy
4 at
was right.
Joe's.
Yeah.
I was ready to do the solid one in December, and then
Yeah.
nothing, man.
See, when I did the one at Joe's, I was struggling to get to a half hour. Then I was like, fuck, because I did one of the first ones I did,
All right.
like in maybe
Oh,
it was like
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
late
when
June.
he started doing the upstairs, the
right?
patio
When we started
ones.
doing the outstairs, so I was just like, and then you're competing with the outside. That was the thing that fucking threw me off. So when they started letting us back in, I was like, all right, this is way better. Like,
Yeah, but see, I approached it different, bro. Because I didn't approach it that way. Because I was nervous in a sense. I was like that. It's gonna be outdoor. Half these people are gonna be spread the fuck. I was picturing it like one of them rooms where the people are just too far spread apart.
no,
And-
see, when we didn't start, it wasn't as bad. But upstairs, my problem with it was this is the first time these people are seeing the other people at that table. So it's like
You thought they were just
they're
gonna
just
mingle?
they're just happy to see each other and they're happy to be out. So I remember someone like sent the Snapchat of them doing shots in the middle of my set. I'm like,
And you're in the background telling them a
right.
joke and shit.
And then as soon as I started talking, like, and like all the food came out, so then everyone started talking about like, oh, this pizza's good. This pizza here, try this shit. So it was just like,
Yeah.
they just needed a reason to go out. They just bought a ticket,
And see-
and I appreciate it. But at the same time, it was like, man, I wanted you motherfuckers to listen.
See, I saw that in the back, but I didn't give a fuck, bro. The first
Yeah.
5-6 tables were cracking up. They were into it. But I approached it where it was my first show in 7-8 months, right? you like you said, it's half of these motherfuckers haven't been out. So I
Right.
kind of felt, you know what, we're all on the same page, goddammit. So I kind of approached it like, look, I gotta talk about some shit. I need to do this. So if those two tables ain't gonna listen, kiss my ass. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how I felt too. I was like,
I
all right.
went into it like that, man. I had some jokes written. I had shit to talk about. So if you didn't want to listen, that's on you. I'm not gonna even be mad about the shit.
I focused on the people that like I knew were listening and paying attention, like, or that I was even getting a reaction.
Yeah, like
out
I didn't
of.
even. You know how sometimes you get that, you know, like on a packed night when you're doing 5-6 shows a week, you got a packed Saturday and you see that motherfucker that just keeps talking. You're already planning it.
Like I don't give a fuck about that one, dude.
But there's times though where it's somebody out of control and you're doing a bit and you're just like, all right. You're trying to pick away a perfect time to be like, yo, you're gonna shut the fuck up or what?
Right.
Like I didn't even have none of that was in my head at all. Like I didn't go in there like, do I gotta deal with a heckler, somebody who's bored, who's fucking doesn't want to wear a mask? I wasn't even worried about none of that shit, man. My thing was like, I want to get on stage. We sold the tickets. I want to get back in the groove, give me my money, and go home, man.
Once we went back indoors, it was fine then. But it was like even my approach was different because it was like they were all spaced out. I was like, man, I'm gonna be too chill.
So here, this is what I want to ask too, man. Because what motherfuckers don't understand is how opportunities come up. Like one small thing you did leads to another. You did the HBO Latino competition in 2019.
I did it last year,
which I think you should have fucking won.
Well, I feel like
we won't get into the politics of it, but you should.
The two dudes that won, they deserve to win. But like I feel like I did just as well to win too. And even the dude told me, he came up after me. Like at the time, I didn't know exactly who he was, but he's like, dude, you won this shit already. After I was the first comic, so he told me that. I was like, oh, okay. And then it turns out to be the guy that runs the shit. Like,
all right.
So,
so that's what.
So that's what opened up
because you did that 2019 shit. All right.
That's what opened up the opportunities to do the two shows that they were going to do here in the Midwest. They were going to do Milwaukee,
but
and Chicago.
when those got canceled, did you have any idea that we're going to do the competition?
I didn't
again?
know they were doing a competition again
see,
because
that's where them fucking blessings hit, bro. That's
right.
where them pandemic hit blessings.
Because what happened was last year was in the summer. I remember I was in New York in August or some shit like that for it. So I was like, once like summertime hit and they never announced it, I didn't know anything was gonna happen again. And then they released a video and they took from the video they had from us last year, they tagged us. So I was like, oh shit, they're doing it again. So I even made like a just a comment, like a joke, like, hey, can I submit again? And then the person that responded back was like, yeah, you sure can. I was like, all right, fuck it, let me just see what happens. Like I didn't expect to. I was
dope.
I was like, I did it last year. Like,
yeah, so they probably your shit probably pulled up. I mean, rest in peace,
like,
Angelo. If
right.
he was there, he would have picked you anyway, probably to be in it again.
Well, the two dudes, one of the judges that was there this year, he runs the New York Latino Film Festival.
Oh shit!
So I think whoever when I asked him, he's like, can I submit? They're like, yeah, sure. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So I just did it thinking whatever, and then it started getting closer to the date. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna announce it Friday. Like who the winner's. Like, all right, I didn't get a call yet. If they already know by Friday who they're gonna announce, this was like a Wednesday or some shit. It's like, all right, then cool. I didn't get it. It was like, but I didn't expect to get it because I did it last year. Like it would seem off. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because then you're gonna get the other group of motherfuckers
right.
that are like, oh, he did it last year.
Right.
He
That's
made
why
connections. And
right.
shit.
So if I win, they're gonna be like, that's why he won because he did it last year. So, once I got the call, I was like, hey, we want you to know, like, blah blah blah, we're gonna have you back out again. And like, I was like, oh shit. And they're like, I'm like, when is it? Like the next week. Like you got to get a COVID test and then all this other shit. Fly out to LA.
Damn, you lucky you didn't go to Lake Geneva the week before that.
Dude, low key, I was scared as fuck. I was scared as fuck because I had the kit on hand, so I fucking swabbed up just so I can get the results before I left. Right. And then I was like,
that's perfect timing, dog. That Geneva shit would have fucked you up.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was worried about. Like I didn't know how long the shit stayed in your system, even though I didn't feel sick.
You might come up positive.
I might come up positive. So when I got the negative result, I was like, all right, cool. Then like, all right. Then they're like, we got to take 2 tests when we get down there. So as soon as I landed, LA, they made you sign a waiver, like that you're gonna quarantine for the first 2 weeks that you're in LA, blah blah blah.
And you can't violate that shit, right? Or if they
catch
you,
they can't track you.
But if they do find out, you
right. They should have known I didn't quarantine.
Just don't do like these dumbass NBA players. And
I was on YouTube, motherfucker, like performing without a mask on. Like they knew I was there. So. As soon as I landed, we went straight to the studio and they fucking swabbed you up, 15-minute rapid test. I'm there still sitting there nervous. I was like, fuck. Then it's like, all right, you passed. I was like, you can go in. I was like, I went in and then waited for the other contestants to show up and they all passed. I was like, all right, cool, we're all good. And then, but just to get the call, like to just do it again, I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna show them like they should have picked me last year.
That's dope, dude. So for the people that don't know, Abi won the fucking.
Me and another comic.
Was it the New York Latino comic?
It was the New York Latino Film Festival, and it was HBO Latinos.
HBO Latino? The Entre
combined
Nos?
with HBO Latino and their Entre Nos stand-up competition.
So Abi, I don't know about the other. I'm all about Chicago won that motherfucker. Abi won that shit.
Calvin Evans said I couldn't come home if I didn't win.
Fuck all that.
Like, fuck, I want to go back home.
Fuck all that 2 winner shit, dog. You won.
That was the shit that made me nervous because like when I was backstage and that's when people were watching. They had Mark Vieira. He was the host, but he had to stretch because they were like deliberating and shit like that. I was like, oh fuck, like what if I don't win? Like I'm gonna be upset.
All the judges are fucking
right.
Well, they probably had to do it through Zoom or some shit.
Yeah,
no, but everybody
the whole show was through Zoom.
Through Zoom, right?
That's why like I've done a Zoom show at home. I didn't like it.
I've done a couple that were fun.
I just don't know how to do it. I'll put it like for me, like I need to be standing up. You need to see me doing shit. And like me in my bedroom, like, hey guys,
nah,
like
dude,
this is.
I was in my living room. I'm looking at the phone like, what's up, motherfuckers? This is what's going down. I'm at home. Fuck you.
I didn't.
For
like, me, that's
you can't walk out of the club on me. Just log off.
For me, that shit wasn't fun. Like to do like that. But to do it at the HBO Latino thing, where there's like a fucking 180-degree wall, and there's I think
they had like one of them NBA
like
fake
20,
crowds and shit.
Yeah, it was like 20 fucking Zoom people or 25. And they would rotate them in.
Can you hear their laughs?
Yeah.
Okay, because that helps, bro.
So, and it was the thing. And you could see the reactions quick. It was all fast. It wasn't like a delay. Right. So you would see, and they would rotate people in and out. So the faces would change and shit like that. So it was like you got the energy of performing. And that's what I need to do.
I was going to say, that's when they were fun. The ones that I did were interact. You can hear the people laugh.
Well, I mean,
I would drop a joke, and you can hear the people in the house. Like,
see, I must not have got laughs because I didn't.
That fucking helped.
Shit. But my thing is like, I want to feel like I'm performing. I don't want to feel like I'm sitting there talking.
See, that's where you fucked up, bro. You went in with the wrong. You went in there with
but I
want to perform.
I don't have exactly. That's what I do stand up for.
I went in there. I went in there like just talk some dumb shit and make it as funny as possible for 10, 15 minutes. Like you talking to. It's like you ever been on a phone call with your goofy ass friend? Like check it out.
Nah, but that's cool because I have a familiarity with them. So it's like these people like I just didn't like.
See, I just feel like comedians went into it with that wrong mindset. With that, you're not at the comedy club. You got to get that out of your fucking head.
And
seriously, that's the first thing you got to get out of your head, bro.
But for me, that's what I love about doing stand up is like it's the performance aspect of it. So to take that away and you just sitting there in the house, and the thing is also getting out of the fucking house to do a show
motivates you,
right? Because it's like, all right, this is a different energy. Because I've been home, so you want me to do a show when I've been sitting on my fucking sofa for 9 hours. I didn't even take a shower for this fucking thing. I just put on a cleaner shirt that didn't have dog hair on it, and now it's like it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything.
I will admit, I never got up like I got a Zoom show tonight. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I dreaded it.
I never fucking did. I dreaded it too.
Dude, with Maddie Ryan,
turned out fun.
With Maddie Ryan, like, hey, you want to do parlor car? I was like, man, it's Maddie Ryan. I'll do it. Right. I'll do it. And it's
I turned down a lot of Zoom. I've turned down a lot of them, bro.
The only thing that I didn't like about that one was they were live streaming it to Twitch.
Oh.
So the Zoom call was just you and the comics. So I'd be talking, and I'm like, I see fucking other comics like getting up, leaving the room. There's one dude in his sofa that he would just like check to see if it was his turn yet, just looking like turning his head. I'm like,
he's watching some other shit.
He got up and went to the kitchen and shit. I'm like, this is
nah. See, I just chill here, man.
I was like, I didn't fucking like it. So when I did the HBO Latino thing, I was like, all right, this is gonna be weird. But once I hit there was like a little stage and there was fucking lights.
And you felt like you were performing.
And I was like, this is a fucking performance. They can see my whole body. It's on YouTube. I'm like, all right, cool. This is what I wanted to fucking do. And then
you could see their reactions and shit, right?
Right. And there was big screens. It wasn't like little fucking blocks.
Squares on your phone.
So each monitor probably displayed, it was like maybe 26 inches. Like,
damn.
So each screen you could see the people, like, and you can see like it wasn't like little tiny boxes. It was fucking dope. And it's like it felt like a show. So like that's why I felt like after not performing, because we shut down in October and then we filmed that I think in December. Right. So for those 2 months.
So you went 2 months without performing?
Without doing anything. So that's why, like, when I was there that night, I was like, man, what fucking jokes am I going to do? And then I ate a bunch of edibles and smoked. And I was like, I had an epiphany. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to do this set. So that's the set that I did. And I was like, and it fucking crushed because I was like, all right, I was motivated. If I would have did that shit in my house, like, okay, we're gonna have you do your virtual shit from your living room, I would have ate a dick. I would have been like, man, I don't even want to do this. But when they said
that would have been weird, man.
But once they said like we're flying you out to LA, I was like, all right, this feels like I'm fucking doing.
Yeah, like
something.
I'm not trying to do a competition from the crib,
Right.
yo. Like I was doing a lot of these for money and like Pablo Serrano, the painter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, duh,
He's
the
our
DJ,
DJ.
duh, from Pilsen. Shout out to Pablo. He's done with that mural. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing on Don
Yeah,
Pedro's
shout out to
Carnitas.
Pablo.
Check out Don Pedro's Carnitas too. Best carnitas in the city of Chicago. But Pablo did a birthday party. Like he's a DJ, so he's gonna play music. So he had a virtual Zoom birthday party.
Yeah.
People spoke. People gave him a birthday shout out. He talked, and then he had me and Mickey perform. Me and Mickey crushed that shit. Like Mickey had me rolling, dog.
Mickey seems like he'd be good. for
Dude,
it,
this
too.
motherfucker set his phone up, and he was like, he told a joke from the bottom, and then he came out from the side, like, yeah. Then he came up from the top, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Mickey's goofy.
He made
like
that shit
so.
goofy, so I had to follow him, and I got right into my shit. I could see people cracking up. Like, it was dope. Like, that was one of the funner ones that I did.
See, I can't.
Like, I could have kept going. I could have did another 5 minutes if I wanted.
That's why is part of the reason why like I don't have a lot of like Instagram stories of me walking around doing shit because it's like I don't.
No, I don't want to.
I don't feel like
I don't do that
it's
shit,
weird.
either, bro. I only I'm not a big meme poster. I'll post a meme when it's killer, like on my feed.
Right.
But I only post memes on my story because I don't.
But
Just so
even,
people
like,
can see them quick. And,
Yeah, I didn't make any.
But I'm not.
videos
I'm
and
not
I
on
was
that
like-
whole like. I mean,
The
I did a couple rant videos, but
The only ones I did were the Lori Lightfoot shits that I made, like where she would just pop up randomly out of like.
hey, where we
But,
at, James?
Hour 6.
All right, yeah, we're gonna another 5 or 6,
Right.
5 to 10 minutes, man.
But that's the thing is like, so the Zoom show shit, that was like once I ended up winning that shit, and I was like, damn, I fucking flew to LA, 2 months not performing, murder that shit, won the thing. So now I'll get a me and other comics Cisco did on will probably
And then
split.
you had
HBO.
something to post now. Like I'm on a flight,
Right.
bitch. I'm on my way to
Right,
do this.
I had something to do. Like I was excited for this shit, and then I was supposed to do a weekend in Appleton for New Year's Eve, and then that shit the dude decided to bring his own feature. So I was like, all right, that cost me fucking like $500 right there. I was like, fuck, this sucks. And then
This is the first year in 15, probably 12 years I didn't do a New Year's Eve show, man.
I ended up doing the one at Zany's, and James was there. But that shit felt like I'm getting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm standing onto a stage. There's fucking lights on me. There's people that can see me. It's just being streamed to YouTube. Like, it felt like a fucking show. So,
Yeah,
like,
I'm doing this the 23rd, man. January 23rd,
dude, and it's
Zanies.com.
you're gonna love it because you're back on a stage. Like, there won't be no like I got dressed. I fucking shaved my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went out, fucking lined up my beard.
Yeah, I got to get some new shoes and some shit.
That's what I'm
right
saying. Like, so the shit, if you can make a Zoom show feel like a Zoom show, then I would gladly do it. But if it's me in my living room,
here. Yeah, see the thing about performing.
that's where I'm lacking as a comic, that I can't do that.
The thing about it's not that you're. I'm not gonna fucking perform from my living room. Like I was already having that in my head. I'm not gonna be all like, if I'm gonna do a bit, I'm not gonna do the act out. I'm not gonna do all that shit. You know what I mean?
For me, like that's
So-
the fun of it. Like it's weird.
But to me, I mean, yeah, of course, there's nothing like getting on stage and doing that. But to me, I talk a lot. I'm a talking ass motherfucker. That's how I approach it. Like I'm just gonna stare at this goddamn screen and fucking talk till this thing hits 10, 15 minutes.
I ain't a talker.
I left my little clock right there. I'm just gonna keep yapping and get a couple laughs. I'm like, God damn, I'm talking my ass off. All right, I got through 7 minutes like nothing. So yeah, I approached it like that. Fuck all that.
But like legit on Zoom, I love doing like
Interviews.
the interviews.
Like,
and
I
shit.
did a Dave Hellum. I did where it was an interview style.
Yeah.
I did Joe Kilgallen. It was fun as shit. Remember when Bobby Buds and Chris Higgins were doing the week
yeah,
show
those
from the
were
comedy
fun
bar?
as shit.
Yeah.
Dude, the one I did with them too was one of the funnest conversations we ever had, bro.
But that's what it didn't feel like. You know, like you're supposed to do jokes.
And we,
know what
we
I'm
had
saying? So,
15, 20 people live
Right.
watching. How many people we got watching this right now?
Like 20.
Oh shit! If anybody
So-
got any questions, drop some questions, man, before we tune out.
But
thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Well, there's Abi performing at Zanies. Congratulations on winning
yeah.
the 2020 New York Latino Film
Fuck, I got
Festival
some
comedy
hips on
competition,
me.
man.
You look good, bro.
Dog,
I gotta straighten out that middle. I get
you know what's funny, man? When this,
doughboy.
James chopped that little clip up where our first legal aliens were.
Yeah.
You're skinny as fuck, and I'm fat as shit in that one.
I think I just wore black all the time.
My face looks fat as fuck in that clip.
Yeah, but I'm sure I've gained at least 10 pounds.
Hey,
from that
everybody
first.
did, man. Pandemic,
I'm trying
man.
to lose it now.
But check it out, Abi. So you won the shit. What is it going to lead to? Do you got anything coming up from that for 2021?
2021, hopefully, once everything opens up, we will film for HBO Latino. Me and the other comic, Cisco Duran out of Miami. We will film we get the Anthnos. They're probably going to do both of us at the same time, like they did the last winners. And then that'll come out on HBO Latino. So I have a fucking stand-up set.
That's
hopefully
dope,
like
man.
20 minutes
Plug your
on it.
Instagram for my followers that don't know you, man.
Abi Sanchez Comedy, ABISANCHEZ Comedy.
That's dope, man. Because here, like, I'm glad I saved my album, bro.
I'm
so fucking glad I
sick.
saved my album to
I'm
release
still
it in
s-
2021, man.
I'm still sitting on it because the thing is, like, I recorded. I was like, I listened to it. I was like,
But you know
so
what,
much
though?
better now. I don't want that shit out there now.
And you know what? You don't even have to put it out. Chop it up. Get the shit that's
what
just
Brian
promos,
told me.
little tiny promos,
Send
man.
it. Oh, I was gonna say. Well, it's all audio.
Or send it for yeah, but
Sirius
dude, you
is
could
Spotify or
motherfucker
not,
take
Pandora
a picture yourself, run it through iMovie,
Right.
and throw the audio over it. You get clicks. The reason why I say that because when you do put out an album, all those little IG clips that I put out, bro, I got 10,000 streams on Spotify in 3 months. I wouldn't have fucking got that if I didn't have that little social media presence, man.
Right.
And of course, I got the fucking bird plug my shit, which helped a lot. But a lot of these motherfuckers that follow me, they love my little clips. And then when's your special? I got a Howard album. Oh my God. And I get a message back like, oh, that motherfucker was awesome.
Yeah.
For my first 3 months. Just use promo, just little promo clips, motherfucker. So when you do your half hour or when you do fucking put out another solid album, there's already people that are just waiting to listen to that shit, dog. Like, I'm telling you, just don't put bullshit out. Chop up a little mini
I gotta
clip.
listen, but because some of the jokes, I'm like, man, I still do those jokes. I can't
Dude,
believe that.
look, I'm gonna be real about all the comedians that I see on TikTok, all right? Because you can see motherfuckers that are just trying to go viral. You see people doing the whole like, hey, and then I went out. Well,
Yeah.
nah, dude, you got good jokes. Post the clips on there. That's all you gotta do, bro. These motherfuckers watch it. It's crazy, dude.
I gotta.
Bro, I'm talking.
I
I
woke
woke
if my TikTok
up.
content is still active because
I've never had social media do this. You wake up, I got 190 fucking notifications, dog.
because I had it on I had it on the phone like 3 times. Like, I ain't doing this shit.
There's
Remember,
tricks
so-
to it. You make a dope title for it, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, they look at it. It's crazy. It's tripped out, man.
We'll see.
So when I get back in the mix and I'm recording shit, all my clips are going on TikTok first. Follow me on TikTok, Joey Villagomez. And if you don't like TikTok, you're gonna like it. They got a lot of fucking they got the do-it-yourselves
TikTok hard,
life
dog?
I
hacks.
know Joey loves
Hey,
that
shut
shit.
up. I'm trying to get TikTok
This
to fucking.
motherfucking
Hey man,
Chinese
how long did
spy.
it?
You know
how
what's
long?
funny,
How long
though?
did it take you to get them little followers on Instagram? That shit took me 10 motherfucking years to get 7,000.
Yeah.
I got 6,000 in a month.
But at the time,
TikTok,
I
I
didn't
like
have any content on Instagram. But what's funny is like TikTok. I remember when they first came up, they sent me a.
I hated TikTok. I hate that shit.
They sent me emails like, "Oh, you want to be a content creator for TikTok?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Because all it was
I got a couple of those emails.
it was like for lip syncing video music.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
doing
what
that
it started
shit.
out as. So it was like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're
Yeah, I'm
like,
not. That's the thing, man. It's like, I think motherfuckers try too hard to go that whole viral shit. Like you ever see
You
when
can't
somebody
do it.
You know,
It has to happen.
But you know how some people are like come up, post a funny Facebook status, and it'll go viral like
Yeah.
16,000 shares, and then you got their friends. Damn, dog, you went viral. Hell yeah. That don't mean shit,
that ain't
man.
viral. Viral's fucking
Yeah, like
millions
that
of
ain't
views.
shit. That my thing is, I want people to know me as a comedian, as a stand-up comic, as a comedy writer. So when you see my shit, that's what I do. I'm not gonna go overboard and go. You know, motherfucker, you could tell motherfuckers plan out their whole story. They do a whole storyboard. Hey, and then I went over here, and then I went over here, and then I went over here.
Those are the content creators.
So yeah, man. So get you a TikTok, motherfucker. TikTok, holla at me, Chinese.
see.
I don't
We'll
know any.
see.
I don't know Mandarin. I'll say that shit.
I don't know Mandarin.
Mandarin.
You about to learn. You about to be TikTok. They're gonna fucking indoctrinate you.
Hey man, look, we're gonna wrap it up soon, man, because the studio time. Shit, I got other shit to do tonight too. I gotta pick up. I'm hungry. I gotta pick up some food.
Me too.
But I want to thank everybody that tuned in live, man. Abi, thank you so much for coming
man.
in, bro.
Thanks for
If you
having
got
me.
anything to plug that's coming up, plug it right now, because there's people watching. 20 people.
I got a show coming up February 6th in Arlington Heights. I can't remember what the fuck the name of the bar is, but I will be sharing the flyer on my Instagram or posting about it on the Instagram. Other than that, I ain't got shit.
But hey, you got something coming up, motherfucker. You got a hot 2021 coming up. All
I
right.
don't know, 2021. Let's do it. And I'm in a newspaper. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, he's in the Tribune. Check out the Tribune. He's
I
in
bought that shit for $250. That shit was dope.
That's
I
funny.
Gotta, I gotta frame it.
You know what's funny about the newspaper ones? like, look, I love Chicago. I love the Chicago comedy scene. But when motherfuckers start ranking each other on the Chicago Reader, that shit,
look. Fuck
that,
the
I'm
Reader.
sorry, fuck the Reader.
I don't fuck
That
the-
shit
I
makes
don't
me
fuck with the
crack
Reader.
up because I used to read the Reader, and it's
I used to look at the Reader too. What I used to do was read the not classified, but personal ads in the back.
yeah, you
'Cause
read
they
all
would
that
have-
freaky shit.
I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna jerk off to this,
Hell
like, because I was fucking 12 years
Single
old.
white female
Yeah,
looking
looking
for erotic sex. Like,
I
oh
was
shit.
like, yeah, I'm looking at
And
this.
he's like, this bitch lives in my neighborhood.
Dude, it was a big ass section too. I was like going through. It was like, oh shit.
Hell yeah.
I learned so many words like uncut, hung. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what does this all mean?
Hell yeah. Fucking down for whatever. Oh shit.
I was like, okay, like let's do this.
That's hilarious.
Chicago Reader used to be good for fucking like porno ads, bro. It was fucking-
And what's funny is you're looking for a job. Your ass probably you're looking for a job and you're like,
no, I was looking for porn. I was looking for that.
no,
back
I'm saying
page.
when
I
you
was
first
like,
find out about it. Like you're 17, 18, like
Yeah.
I'm looking for a job. Like, oh shit, all right. Single white female looking for that dick. Oh
dude,
shit.
they put their fucking measurements. It was like 42 double D. I was
Yep.
like, damn, this got some titties.
You're recently divorced, very horny. Like, oh shit.
I was like,
Looking for a young Mexican. That's me.
I'm jerking off to this today. Let's go.
So yeah, shout out to the fucking classified ads.
Yeah, that's the only thing the
Chicago
Reader was
Reader,
good
man.
for. And those random ass
Like if
comics.
you if you rank me like top motherfucking top sex searcher fucking reader fucking like that's me
shit.
right there with that nasty shit. Check me out.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind being top comic in Chicago on the Reader though.
Yeah, but, I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind.
Aaron
it.
Foster can do it. I can do it.
What? Oh shit!
No, I don't think. I forgot who won it. I think it was
Jeff Harris.
Jay Harris.
Oh, Jay
There
Harris.
was a year, remember the year when Junior Stopka made up like Trash Can Williams or some shit, and we all just voted for him.
Like he made up a fucking character.
Just a not real person. Yeah.
That's
That's
hilarious,
fucking
man.
funny.
All right, man. Before we wrap it up, make sure you find out what Abi's doing next on his Instagram or on Facebook. Abi Sanchez. Also with me, I got my album is still out there. Jokes, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. The Billboard Presents Ringers album is out there. Give it a stream, purchase it, whatever. I need that money, man. Pandemic, you know, they cut off that stimulus check. But hey, shout out to Joe Biden, man. He's about to give us some more money,
Let's
man.
get them 2 G's, baby.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in, man. Stop. Don't go to Washington this week. It's gonna go down, man. Stay in Chicago,
Yeah.
baby. But
Watch
thank you
it
so much.
virtually.
And to all you new subscribers, man, spread the word. Follow me on YouTube, on my Instagram, Joey V Comedy. Shout out to People of Comedy Network.
Hey.
James, appreciate you, bro.
Listen
sir.
to Legal Aliens as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen to Legal Aliens podcast with Abi and Jose.
Jose ESL.
I might do a guest spot on there soon too, man.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Abi, appreciate you coming
All right,
through,
bro.
dog.
Oh shit, we got COVID.
Peace.
Later.